Team of the season is here, and if you're looking for a cheap and reliable way to buy your FC25 coins over Team of the season, then please look no further than FIFAcoin.com. There's going to be loads of great promos going on, and you can get an extra 5% when you use my code Martain. Link will be in the description.
Hi guys, Martain88 here, and welcome back to another Eafc 25 video. Today I'm showing you some 4-5-1 custom tactics and player roles, and 4-5-1 is actually one of those, I would call it like a secondary formation that people enjoy, and I'm sick to death of talking about, you know, meta formations. So I want to share this with you. If you're interested in other ones, I've uploaded some other ones like 4-3-1-2, 4-1-2-1-2, 5-2-1-2. Yeah, I like all of them, and this is another one. Okay, so let me show you how it works. And of course, all of those won't suit everybody, so it's about finding what suits you. What type of player actually are you? Okay, and you have to understand the kind of game plan that you want to implement with it. That's one of the biggest things that shock my coaching clients when we start doing sessions, is how, not that the formation is irrelevant, sorry, but how, you know, the game plan and how you're approaching things is so important, and you can't just go out there blind, you know. Okay, so first things first, build up style, short passing. I absolutely adore short passing. I've said it in every single tactics video I've done. Why do I have it? Because when I first win the ball, we need to have options. So even from like goal kicks, or if you've got the ball with your centre back, you need to have options. You can't have everyone just running away, because you'll end up getting put under pressure and you will end up losing the ball. Okay, and when I'm talking about that, I'm talking about like the general, you know, FC population. I'm not talking about if you're someone that's extremely skilled and high up in the elite division, but just for the general public, if you like, that is what's going to happen. So, you know, you need a couple of passes before you get going, realistically, okay? And short passing will help with that, because if you don't, you're going to see a lot of easy goals, in my opinion. Okay, defensive approach, 95. I love the high line this year, I really do. I find absolutely no issues with it whatsoever. We'll all have fast defenders, fast fullbacks. You know, a lot of my coaching clients now got Alfonso Davis, team of the season at left back, Frimpong at right. We're not fussed about a high line, and to be honest, it's no problem whatsoever. What we want to do is suffocate the opponent, have them nice and high. The one thing that I would say with you know, with people being dubious about playing that high line is just look out for what people are trying to do. Everybody wants to go through the middle realistically. They might go wide to then come in, but they're looking for that pass into the striker's feet. Try and be aware of it. Try and block it. Don't wait for the ball to come to the striker and then think, oh, I need to switch. Like, try and anticipate it a little bit. And look for that corridor of space between the fullback and the centre-back. Because I say this all the time. If you're playing against somebody and their wingers are on inside forward, which I would say 9 out of 10 people that you play against, that's probably what they're doing, okay? Their players will be exploiting the corridor between the left back or right back and the centre back, okay? They'll be going straight through that corridor. So try and be alive to it, okay? Right, okay, let's move on. Player roles. Guys, before we go into the player roles, I did just want to mention to you about my online coaching services that I offer. I am a professional FC25 coach. I've been doing it for like 4 or 5 years now, and it's been really successful. We've helped a lot of people this year, but we still have spaces for a couple more people. So if you are interested in improving, email address is on screen. If you'd just like to get some information to start off with and see how it all works and price and stuff, then feel free to do that. Doesn't matter what end of the spectrum that you're at. I've coached people from Division 9, Division 10, and also in a pro event. So yeah, I hope to hear from you soon. Right, how's this work? 2 centre backs, defender and defend. I've not messed around with any of this for months, and that's not going to change. Out onto the fullbacks, it's going to be fullback and balanced, okay? Let's change this to what it looks like with the ball. Okay, there we go. we want to use the fullbacks for our width as much as possible, in my opinion. Okay, and so what I like to do is these two will work as a pair. Oh, no. So Murphy and Walker, or Z Roberto and Davis. A lot of the time I actually play Z Roberto at left back, but if I'm using a left mid, he's really good because he actually has good defensive stats, and so does Murphy, right? But in terms of the fullbacks, use them as pairs. You're going to want to be triggering the runs of the fullbacks. Yeah, we want to get them high and wide to push your opponent right back, and then what that's going to do is that's going to leave you a real overload of players in and around the box to take advantage, yeah, which is going to work very, very well. Also, you see here, with having the two midfielders on the inside forward, but more importantly on balanced, is when you're defending, they won't be a million miles away from Gerrard. So you can highlight them and bring them in to help out. And that's why I've selected these two players. Their defending stats are both in the 80s. Yeah, so they can actually help out in defence. In terms of the cams, I love Shadow Striker. I want both of them really tight with Ronaldo, just for that little like tiki-taka intricate play. The R1 dribbling, particularly with the cams. The technical dribble. 4-5-1 is very much an overload type formation in attack. That's its strength. Yeah. So guys, there we have it. There's my 4-5-1 custom tactics and player roles. If that helps you out in some way, then please drop a like on the video. Subscribe to the channel if you haven't already. I'll see you guys very, very soon. See you later, guys. Bye bye.